To Wake Up Real Estate. We are early on a Friday. We're live streaming early on a Friday. Ryan had a conflict, and the show's always better. Smash the bell. The show's always better when it's both of us, at least I think. Although yesterday's intro by Ryan was a classic, the best intro ever. Yes, check out check out our banner at the top right. It's an old trick that Ryan has been using for years, and it is a wonderful pattern interrupt. If you missed yesterday's show, I'm not even going to tell you what it was. You got to go back and listen or watch. You can listen on your favorite podcast platform, or you can watch at wakeup.realestate.
Just the first minute.
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah. Just the first minute. You don't have to watch the whole show. The rest was just kind of lame. Yeah.
And I have I have to admit something very transparently here. I missed yesterday's show because I got a haircut.
That's why.
My barber was so busy. So my barber was incredibly busy, is incredibly busy. And it was the only time he could get me in. And it was looking pretty bad. Here's what, as I get older, the problem is, when I keep it nice and tight, you can't tell that there's a bunch of gray. But when it starts growing out, then I'm like, woo, man. Anyway,
my
Ryan doesn't have that problem.
Yeah, my 12-year-old is now my barber. So I'm due again. It's getting a little fuzzy, and he's just, there we go.
Yeah, so it's follow-up Friday. I have a couple of things on the follow-up front that I wanted to share. Brian, I don't know if you had a social post today. We're going a little early.
Not a social post, but I just have a quick follow-up from yesterday. I told everybody that I would show them the results of pasting the get code. So just a quick follow-up on that. So I put it on the main broker site here yesterday. Here is the SPY. It's got lots of activity. We can see people clicking out, where they're coming from, who they are in the world. So just go back and watch yesterday to learn more about Clicky. I can see which pages got the most views in the last 24 hours, for example. 3 people looked at this listing, stuff like that. So
there's useful data and information in there, right? It can help you make better decisions about where to double down, where you can try to quote unquote pour gasoline on the fire, and also what's not working, right? Like, we got 100 people that visited this site or visited this link, but did nothing, right? Like, lots of great intel there. However, if you're not actively growing your database, if you're not doing lead generation activities, whether free or paid right now, you probably want to get this in place before you do that. But you're not going to have much to unpack there unless you do have activity. I would imagine, Ryan, given the database level of Delia's brokerage there, a lot of that was search alerts, people clicking back from search alerts, right?
Yes. Yes.
That wasn't even on my follow-up Friday bullets here, but search alerts or the equivalent on whatever platform you have, or even just in your MLS, is one of the easiest, simplest follow-up best practices. Yeah. People want to look at properties, give them properties that they're looking for, and set it to be automatically happening once a week or twice a week or every day if they've told you exactly what they're looking for. That's kind of set it and forget it. You stay top of mind.
Every email address you can get, just send $1 million homes or whatever the high end of your market is.
Yeah. Send them something. Yeah. Right. Along those lines, one little follow-up tip, something we've mentioned here before, so it's not new or shiny or anything, but a great way to follow up with, in particular, niche segments or niche property segments, right? So if you follow Ryan's process of curating lists around a particular niche, and then following up with that audience with a specific featured property that's underneath that umbrella and a reason why you're sending them. Okay, so let me get more tactic focused here. Ryan in Florida waterfront properties. Okay, a lot of waterfront properties. That is a segment that if Ryan went into the Forever Florida Real Estate KV Core platform, he could probably pull up a couple of hundred or maybe even a couple of thousand leads that had originally come into their database by opting in for waterfront properties. So you go and find a waterfront property that had, I don't know, a massive price reduction or was just listed or find some reason.
It has a cool kitchen. I don't know. Something.
You make it the featured property of the day or your featured waterfront listing of the week. Okay. Featured waterfront listing of the week. You send it out. Okay. It's another very simple follow-up strategy that anyone can do. Anyone can do. If you don't have your folks segmented, take Ryan's idea. Here's the most expensive property listed in Central PA right now. It's something, right? And you'll get people that want to check it out and find it interesting and so forth. And you'll get some people that are like, well, I can't afford this one, but we are actually thinking about buying a house this fall. Here's what we're looking for. And that's all you're trying to do. So that was one sort of off the cuff thing. I do have one. I want to follow up on something that we did on Wednesday's mastermind workshop, which is I had set up a sponsored message. Okay, a sponsored message. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go and check out the replay of this. It's on the Wake Up site under latest. It's
yeah. If you're logged in, it's just the latest link up at the top, but it should be in there.
Well, no, it's this one here. That was the show. And then the deeper dive is right here, the Facebook Messenger style sponsored ad setup, where I show you how to set this up. A sponsored message is kind of like a text blast, but the message is only going to people that are subscribed in your Facebook inbox. And so I created one on Wednesday. It was scheduled to go active Thursday morning. It did, but for some reason it wasn't working. It wasn't being shown. So all I did was I duplicated it and I had it start again this morning, and it's actually working now. And whoops, I don't know what I did there. But I've got one appointment already set, and many other folks engaging with what I'm offering, and some that say, please stop sending me this. Right?
Yeah, buzz off.
Ryan, you're going to say something.
I was gonna say I got a few of the negative ones on my walk this morning. It was fun.
Yeah, and that's okay because that happens also when you text blast using our Texting Tuesday scripts or email.
It cleans your list.
Exactly. It's okay. They were never going to buy or sell a house with you anyway. So bye-bye, right? You can focus more of your attention and energy on those that will. Now, I need to get rid of Sherry's phone number there, but we've got an appointment already scheduled there. We've got some that are not interested. Okay, not interested, and it says you're no longer able to send messages to this person, which is fine. Not interested. And then we get some that say yes, thank you. Okay, so what was the message, and then what do we send them as the follow-up for Follow-Up Friday? So the message is our buyer script from Tuesday, from Texting Tuesday. Hey, Patricia, right now there are 239 recently price-reduced homes for sale in Central PA. Would you like me to send you the full list? ? Who knows? You might be able to find a great deal. And then I put a screenshot. This is one of Ryan's strategies. A screenshot of the map view of the listings. I've also done sponsored messages without the image. I don't know. I haven't done these enough to know if one works better than the other. I'm just mixing it up. So that's the message that they're seeing. And then when they respond positively, I'm going to grab this here. I just send them this message. Okay. So, and hopefully I don't forget to change the name like I did in that one that I just copied. So it says, here you go, Patricia. And that's a link to the list. And then a question. Are you looking for something for yourself or for an investment? And any number of different questions you could ask here. Okay. Doesn't have to be investment, or, are you looking for a fixer-upper or something that's turnkey? Okay. I would ask binary questions there to get them conversing, and then you can pivot to more open-ended questions at some point when it makes the most sense, which is kind of what I had done with Sherry, or Cherie. I'm not sure how she pronounces it. But this is a great follow-up strategy as you build a pipeline or database of folks in your Facebook Messenger inbox. And I continue to almost every other day, I'm testing different ads with a messenger call to action to grow this audience. And we've got tutorials on that on the wakeup.real estate site as well. And then I wanted to share, I thought it'd be cool to share one other thing. We've been talking several times about how this Facebook Messenger inbox is kind of like a CRM. And I realized this morning, I was playing around with it. You can, I'm going to find one here. You can segment the folks on the left-hand side here by the ad that they responded to. So for example, Kim here responded to an ad, I think. Yes. Kim here responded to an ad about offering a niche property list, specifically single-story maintenance-free homes here in Cumberland County. So if I, bottom left here, see how it says labels? If I click on this ad ID, this is the best way that I've found. There's probably other ways to do it as well. Or maybe you can check it by this. Oh yeah, you can do it that way too. But if I click this ID, now this is all the people that have replied to that ad offering the maintenance-free homes. Why is that relevant? Well, take the strategy that I talked about a couple of minutes ago. What I am going to do is I'm going to find a home to feature that is a single-story maintenance-free home here in Cumberland County, and I'm going to message these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or so people. Now, I have to do that individually, but we've seen that whether it's messaging like this, whether it's texting or similar, one-to-one, although it takes more time and is less efficient, can work really, really well and can still be well worth your time. So that's what I have for Follow-Up Friday. Ryan, I don't know if you had or have anything else.
I don't have much else. I think we can call it a week. It was a pretty good week, right? And then be back Monday with some mortgage stuff. The macroeconomic world is going a little nuts out there. I don't know where rates are going to go going into next week, but let's look here. The 10-year yield spiked real high yesterday, Josh. I don't know if you saw that, which is not good for
rates spiked yesterday as well, I'm sure, in direct correlation.
But our job, I think, is to always I have to present I want to bring this up. Our job is to always spin it in a way that serves our clients, right? So how can we interpret this and then serve people? So yesterday, sorry, let me bring the day up. Yeah, so it's retracing today. You can see this big bar right here, this white bar, really high over this yellow moving average. It should come down soon. If not, it's going to go ballistic. But I think the best way to spin the higher interest rates right now is, Josh, I don't know if you do it with fear by saying, hey, if you think they're going to keep going up, might be a good time to refi or to buy. Or if you've been waiting for rates to come down so that you can buy, here's evidence that they might not. So you might as well get off the fence. So that's about it. I have just a comment on that, and we'll see where things go Monday. But there's a lot going on in the kind of Fed world lately.
Yep. Didn't mention this at the beginning, so I'll mention it here. The Wake Up Real Estate Show is brought to you by Thanks.io and by the virtual mortgage providers at NEXA Mortgage. And yesterday at noon, we had a great info session about the Buy Before You Sell program. We had over 100 agents on, some great information, some great questions, etc. The replay of that is on the Wake Up Real Estate YouTube channel. It's also at wakeup.realestate. You can check that out. There are also I put together a Google Drive, a shared Google Drive with a bunch of resources, PDFs, graphics, even slide presentations, etc. And we've already gotten, Jordan yesterday alone got 12 or 13 calls from agents like yourself. And I have people emailing about the program and scenarios. And the reason why I'm so excited about it is I've used this very program and the script that we shared on Tuesday to generate 2 new clients in just the last couple of days. So it's a wonderful way, potentially, to get people who are either trading up or looking to right size, to get them off the fence and moving forward. They've been waiting because they're afraid of being homeless, right? Not being able to find the right home. They can actually, they can knock down the lead domino and then work back from there with this program. So you definitely should check that out.
A little bit of homework for everybody over the weekend. Go through your Facebook friends and find one person who you think could use this, that you think might be looking to trade up or trade down.
Right. You were talking to them at a school event or a sporting event, and they kind of mentioned the idea, or whatever. You saw them mention something online.
It's a relative who's getting older. You know they kind of probably should be thinking about a smaller space, something like that.
Yep. Right on. Okay.
All right, guys.
So we're back. Yeah, back on Monday for mortgage motivation and a little marketing. If you need anything between now and then, our mortgage team is available to help and serve you this weekend. I've got a couple of appointments that I'll do in the monsoon that we have coming this weekend, a couple of inches of rain. So we'll knock that out, and then back Monday morning.
I got out of there.
Yeah. Yep. Same place, same time. We'll be back to our normal time of 11 on Monday. Have a great weekend, all. Thanks, Ryan.
See you.